Okay, so we are looking at beige and tan paint colors with this full range of whites to see what connects and what doesn't. Benjamin Moore Maritime White, a nice off-white with a little beigey hue to it. That little bit of pink is just catching the edge of Simply White. Not my favorite combo, but I don't dislike it. A lot more clean and simple with Chantilly lace, our true white. Works okay with pure white, but don't love it. White Dove is just a little bit too soft and warm. The problem is that we usually want to do a warm white with a color like this, but warm whites do cater to that yellow undertone. We're looking a little bit more orange pink here, so it's a very tough one. Some people will take a color like this and play around with it, getting it lightened to see if they can create a soft white that flows a little bit better. Those are just too cool. Sherwin Williams Aesthetic White, a different type of off-white beige, a little bit more toned down. Again, I don't dislike it, but I don't love the yellow interacting with those undertones. Chantilly lace is much more simple and clean, as would Sherwin Williams High Reflective White. That would work. Pure white is okay. We could do that. From this angle, I don't love it, but I've seen it on a large scale, so I know that it works. Way too soft and yellow. Again, these beiges are tough customers. Sherwin Williams Accessible Beige, very popular. Looks interesting with Simply White. Simply White's maybe just a little bit too bright, a little bit too clean. Chantilly lace, high reflective white, nice and simple. We don't have to worry about that smidge of yellow in there. Pure white is awesome. I love pure white and accessible beige. White Dove or the similar Sherwin Williams Alabaster, borderline. Just that yellow in there. I don't dislike it, but pure white's nicer. Those are too cool. Sherwin Williams Natural Tan, love this one. Let's see, I don't dislike that. Looks kind of pretty. Simple and clean. Soft and muted, I like that. I don't dislike that. I want to love something, but sometimes you have existing trim and you want to see if you can squeeze a color in. Yes, you could squeeze in Natural Tan with Sherwin Williams Alabaster or Benjamin Moore White Dove, but if I were starting from scratch, I'm going to go to pure white. Those are too cool. Sherwin Williams Wool Skein. So there's a tan with a strong yellow-green undertone. Looks fantastic with Simply White because the yellow in here is just hitting it. That totally works if you need a simple approach. Pure white works. I don't mind that at all. White Dove works. So as with Sherwin Williams Alabaster, I'd hesitate to pick a white with any more yellow in it. Too cool. Sherwin Williams Canvas Tan. I'm just going through popular tans and beiges so you can get a feel for things. That's great. Again, maybe a stitch too clean, but I don't dislike it at all. That's Benjamin Moore Simply White. Simple, clean. Pure white's awesome. Love it. I've used those many times together. White Dove, great. Same with Sherwin Williams Alabaster. Too cool. Benjamin Moore Manchester Tan, a tan that has a subtly yellow-green undertone. Great with Simply White. I've used those before. Nice and clean with Chantilly, but if I'm going to choose with beige and tan, if I have a choice between a true white, a cool white, and a warm one, I'm going to try and pull in a warm one where I can, just because they're warm colors. But sometimes you need a true white for other elements in the room. White Dove works, as would Benjamin Moore Cloud White. That'd be really nice. Maybe a touch flat, not bad. Too cool. Benjamin Moore Grant Beige, a little bit more meat on its bones. So gorgeous. Love that with Simply White. Looks great. Clean and simple. Depends on the look you're going for. Pure white works, but it has half the magic of Simply White. White Dove definitely works, as would Benjamin Moore Cloud White. Too cool. Sherwin Williams Kilim Beige, so a beige with a nice orange-pink undertone. Again, beiges are tricky because they tend to have the orange-pink. They can be tough with yellow-based warm whites, but due to lack of choice, we use them. And they do work. I just wish there was a beautiful white that just was like bang on with beiges. That's okay. I have zero problem with, I might go up to Benjamin Moore Cloud White. That's Benjamin Moore White Dove. Sherwin Williams Alabaster, might be a little yellow. Pure white keeps it simple. Chantilly lace, high reflective white, maybe a bit too crisp. I'd do it if I have to. I actually kind of like Simply White the best. Those are too cool. Benjamin Moore Muslin, along similar lines, but more muted and lighter. Yeah, it doesn't love how clean Simply White is, because this is lighter. It's going to fight a bit more with it. Just, it's like the orange and pink starts competing with the yellow in there a bit more, whereas the darker depth, we have a bit more room to move. Chantilly lace works. Pure white works. Benjamin Moore White Dove. I'd probably sneak over to Cloud White, a little bit brighter. And those are way too cool. Shaker Beige. Similar idea to the last two. That works all right with Simply White. Again, simple and clean, but being warm, it is going to cater to a warm color. Pure White looks a bit flat. White Dove is great. Benjamin Moore Cloud White would be beautiful. Too cool. How many more do we have here? Oh yeah, a couple more good ones. Benjamin Moore Bennington Gray Tan. Get a little green undertone. Looks amazing with Simply White. So basically the tans with any kind of yellow-green undertone, they're loving Simply White because it's got that brighter yellow warmth. Chantilly lace works. Pure White's all right. I don't dislike it. White Dove is better though, as would Benjamin Moore Cloud White. Too cool. So that was that little bit richer tan. It does like that warmth. Sherwin Williams Macadamia. Again, like that. A little bit more yellow hiding in macadamia compared to Kilim Beige, so it is liking Simply White a bit more. Works great with White Dove. A little bit flat with Pure White, but you could get away with it. Chantilly lace. Again, if you have to, you can do the true whites, but beiges in particular, they do like a little bit of warmth. Balanced beige, popular one. The yellow in there's borderline might make this look a little too taupey. Chantilly lace or high reflective white would be great because this is that little bit more toned down. Pure White's the best choice for sure. White Dove works, or to keep it in brand, Sherwin Williams Alabaster. Those are too cool. And we did it. We're back at the start. So consistently with the beige and tans, the cool whites were out. The true whites were doable if you had to. They're going to be easier to incorporate with the more muted colors that are tans. Simply White was just fantastic with the tans. Almost every tan I think worked. And we kind of mixed up a bit here. I would say in between White Dove, Sherwin Williams Alabaster. We did a pretty good job.